Hi guys. So this video is very important to me because I need for us as South Africans to really take this seriously. You know, this fight that we're currently in, Yama illegal immigrants, is not just a fight of getting illegal immigrants out of the country. It's way deeper than that. It's actually a fight for our dignity. And anyone who knows how deep this issue of my illegal immigrants, I'm not talking about the ignorant people who want to sound good for social media. I'm talking about people who know just how bad the issue is. They'll tell you that akekho umuntu ofanele angene kwakho, and when they get to your house, bakudelele. You know, you welcome someone into your home and then they start feeling like they are more powerful than you are. Then they start mistreating you and making you feel like you're the one that's supposed to leave your house. And I'm talking about this not only in hypothetical terms, but I'm talking about it in practical terms. Because we've seen how many buildings have been hijacked by illegal immigrants. We've seen how many houses have been taken over by illegal immigrants, and it continues. Now, you know why it continues. It continues because they've become more and more comfortable. And when they become more and more comfortable, they become braver and braver and braver. Now, here's where the issue of dignity comes the most. What are we going to tell our children when one day these very same people are able to tell us these things that they always say to us on social media? And sometimes they even say it to our faces, and they say it to us in real life, and they are dominating us in numbers. You as a South African are going to be told by someone from somewhere that you don't know, they don't have an identity, nobody knows who they are, but they're occupying jobs, they're occupying spaces, health facilities, schools, etc., etc. And they tell them that, listen, you're lazy, you are not a hard worker, our men are better than you, your women love us more than they love you. Oh, this country belongs to us and we're going to take over it. And all of the things that they always say, all the provocative things that they always say, and they become braver and braver and braver to say them to us every single day, to our faces. Our children are there and they're going to watch us fail to protect them and fail to protect ourselves from these people whose language we don't even know, whose names and identities we don't even know. They're going to overpopulate. They're going to take over. They're going to have villages. They're going to start fighting their fights with each other. And we're going to be a non-factor. And you know why we're going to be a non-factor? Because they would have taken all our power away from us. They're going to tell us that if we try to speak out, we're xenophobic. If we try to speak out, it's because we hate ourselves, because we're black. If we try to speak out, it's because we don't have a right to tell them what to do, because Africa is for African. Meanwhile, the countries that have serious leaders are taking their leadership back, and they're taking their countries back, and they're taking their pride back, and they're taking their dignity back. Because this is not just only about territory. It's not about country. It's about identity. It's about who we are as South Africans. We're slowly being diluted, slowly being replaced. And the problem with that is these people are becoming more and more and more arrogant. But you see, the thing for me that just worries me when I think about illegal immigrants and when they come and they start sharing things on social media and they start calling us names and saying all these things, is I ask myself, for themselves, what is your plan? So you're an illegal immigrant. You come to the comment section and you start telling South Africans that they're lazy. God is going to punish them. You're not going anywhere. This is my country too. Africa for Africans. You start calling us names in this video. Trust me, you'll find the comments there. They're going to come because that's all that they do. That's all that they're good at. That's all that they know. If you ask them to go and do that in their own country, they're never going to be that brave. What does that tell you about South Africa? we've become a playground and we've lost our dignity. Bayakwazi ukwenza as they wish in our country, but the things they do in this country, they won't do in their own country. What does that tell you? Does that speak of a country with pride and dignity and can stand in front of the world and be proud of protecting its people? So South Africans, I urge you once again, as I will keep on urging you, that don't sit on your phones now and think this is a fight that you're going to win behind your phone. It's a fight that requires each and every one of us to stand up and fight, because we're not only just fighting illegal immigrants, we're fighting a system of corruption that has been beneficial to some people, whether at Home Affairs or the police or politicians or whatever, who have been benefiting from these people, even employees who can rip them off and pay them peanuts, and then they get to save us so much money. So we're fighting a whole entire corrupt system that requires us to save ourselves, because clearly we've got nobody else that's coming to save us. And I promise you, if you sit on your cell phones the whole day and think you're going to win this, you're not going to win this. We saw Kenyans do it. We saw Ghanaians doing it right now. What are we waiting for? Even the president of Tanzania right now decided that she's going to put her people first. We clearly don't have leaders that want to put us first. So who are we expecting to do it for us? We've seen Operation Dudula. We've seen March and March. We see patriots on the ground, Patriotic Alliance and other political parties, the IFP, MMC working so hard. I see also even the AFF, MMC, people and individuals have taken the call and heeded the call to stand up and fight for this country. What are you doing about it to regain the dignity of this country? Ngoba ngesiloko sidelela thina abantu la telling us ukuthi abayindawo in our country when they are not respecting the laws of this country. Yes, we are brothers and sisters because we are in the same continent, but it doesn't mean you must disrespect us because we respect your countries. Why can't you respect ours? Clearly it's because we've lost our dignity, and we blame our leaders. We blame all the people who've corrupted this country. You are to blame. So South Africans, it's time now. There's no other time that we have to fight this than now. 1st of August, Tina, we're going to be out here in KZN. We're going to be marching, and we will continue to fight, from hospitals to these tuck shops, to employers who are employing these people, and then schools, because we're definitely not going to be allowing South African children to not get spaces in school while children of illegal immigrants have a space. Unfortunately, it's not our duty, it's not our prerogative, and we love your children, but we can't put them ahead of South African children. That is not going to happen anymore. So continue and provoke us. Mina, I like it when you guys come to the comment section and you start saying all these things like, you swear, and you say all these things. That is the greatest motivation for us to keep fighting. The reminder that you keep stripping us of our dignity is what will keep us as South Africans going. So I encourage you as illegal immigrants, come to the comment section, continue swearing at us, continue. Tina, we need that. We need that motivation to remind us what this is why we need to get you out of our country. If our government won't do it, I'm telling you, we will do it as South Africans. Every day you will never find rest until you go home and fix your own country. You can't be telling us in our own country that our hambi, usatha isibindi esingaka sokudelela sitshela ukuthi we're lazy and all of these things.